Hello, hello, welcome. In this instructional video, I'm going to show you how to draw a straight line graph. It's a continuation of my previous videos. I think this is part 3, how to draw a straight line graph. So we're going to do it on the same video. And so we'll just add this sheet here, and I'm going to rename the sheet y equals mx plus c, because that is the equation of the straight line graph. What I'm going to do, I largely work in 20. I'm going to try something here. This is experimental. I'm just going to go aerial, and 20 is my height there. And that, you can see how that's changed that there, right? So first up here is, I'm just going to call this plotting straight line. And I'm going to put linear in there in brackets, because a straight line is linear and is actually a linear graph. So, you know, there's a lot of different words to describe like that in there, and I'm going to underline it as well. I don't know that it's going to do that for me. So there we are, putting that in there. Plotting straight line graphs, graphs if you must. Plotting straight line graphs, and just go Control X, and I'm just going to move it down there. I don't know, because I want to. And then under that, I'm just going to put y equals mx plus c. So that is the form of the graph, or the equation of a straight line graph that we're using in this one. There are other, obviously, other ways of writing the equation that you can use, and they just involve rearranging the formula essentially. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to do it like that. So I'm going to put the inputs. So what I'm going to do here is put the input there, caps, underline, and it's going to be input, like so. And yeah, we're going to put that in there like that. That's going to be our input. And we're going to input M, caps lock, M there, and C there. Okay, and put them in the middle. So, and in here, I'm just going to write what they are. So the M is the gradient of the line, the gradient or slope of the line, gradient or slope. I'm going to put these in a smaller text, possibly, oh, I don't know, 10. And we're going to make that, I think I can, is it Alt HW? Yeah, Alt HW, and that is a keyboard shortcut to put that in the middle. And this here is the Y intercept. Okay, and we'll just copy that there. C is the Y intercept. There we go. And yeah, we'll put all those middle. There we go. So that's what they are there, M and C. And so they are just going to be values. So the value that I'm going to put in there is going to be called M. Enter. So that's what that will be called. And the value I'm going to put in there, you might remember from the previous videos that we can't use C. And we've already used CC in the previous equation sheet that we did there. So I'm going to call this one CY. So that'll be CY for CY, y-intercept, like that there. So that's the input there. So now what I want it to do is to, so we can put some values in there. So let's put 2 in there and 2 in there. Well, we want those to be in the middle. And I'm just going to leave them, well, like that for now. But I would want to make the column width a bit wider for those column width. So I might make it 20 or something like that. So just, oh, that might be a bit much format, just to allow bigger numbers to fit in there. So column width, maybe 15 might be a bit better. Yes, I think that. Yep. Okay, let's leave it at that. So there we are. So now we're going to get it to just right down in here. I think. Oh no, I'll leave a bit of a line. So here I'm going to get it to right in here. Our thing now. I'm just going to format. Auto fit row height. No, it doesn't want to do it. Format row height. I'm just going to make this 5 maybe. Oh, that's a bit skinny. 10. Format row height 10. Yeah, just to get that in there. And I'm just going to format this one here. Format row height. And I'm going to make that 10 as well. So what I'm going to do is to write the actual equation in here. And so, you know, this is the equation that we've got in the form y equals mx plus c. So we're going to have equals, and then we'll have y space equals space, close the thing, ampersand, and then we will have m, which we've named m. Yep. Okay, we get y equals 2. I pushed the thing there, and then we'll have ampersand quotes x space plus space, close the quote marks, cy. No. And cy. And cy. Enter. And there we have it. Y equals 2x plus 2 is what that one there will generate. And I'm going to move that. I'm going to merge and center that and move it into the middle. So there we have it. Y equals 2x plus 2. So now we can do any little linear graph that we like there. Like so. So if we want to have x plus 4, just put that in there. Y equals x plus 4, 1x plus 4. Y equals x, we can just have it as, put a 0 in there. And there we go. That's, we've got our little things here. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to format these row heights here. Format row height. I'm just going to put it to format maybe 10 like that. I just want. Oh no, that's small. format, row heights, 15 perhaps. All right, so what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to, for each of these little, for this graph here, I'm going to calculate the coordinates. So this will be X in here, and this will be Y in here. And yeah, we'll just put those in, so they will be just maybe 10, X and Y. And yeah, we'll just put them in the middle, like so. Okay, and so for the X value, I'm going to go from -10. Right. So I've got myself into a little bit of bother with all this format. So format cells, font, and we'll just go with the 10. Okay, right. So what I'm going to do in here is put in the font there, the number, and it's going to go from -10, so -10. Let's put it in the middle, and just for there, and -10 to 10. So that's going to be -9 in there. Okay, and that should be in the middle as well. Yeah. Okay, and then we're just going to drag that down. Oops, and that didn't work at all. So that should come down there as a sequence. There we go, and we just want to go through to 10. So I'll delete those ones. Okay, there we go. That's here. Now Y, well, it equals mx plus c. So all we have to do is equals m, and this is going to be our x value here. Oops. Equals m. Yep. Click on that. And then we're going to have that value there. Oh, times that value there. Times that. Yep. Plus, and it'll be cy. Enter. There we go. And let's put that in the middle. There we go. And we'll drag that down here like that. And there we have it. So let's set this, or this is y equals x. So you can see it's calculating everything there. And if we add 10 here, you can see that, yep, it goes. So you can see that's working. That's easy. So there it is. It's calculating everything in the range there like that. So that is our data for our graph, or graph. That's our data that we're going to use for our graph. So now let's graph it. So we just go insert, and there's a variety of graphs that we can use. We want to use what is known as a scatter graph, and we want to use, I chose this one here, which is the it has a graph with points. I think that was the scatter graph with straight lines. This is a scatter graph for an XY. So let's put that in there. Okay, and I might make that just a little bit bigger. So maybe just put it in there. So you'll have to do formatting it to fit it on a page or something like that. Right, so let's put that in there, and right, let's oops, we're in here. You can see you get chart design and format up here that enable you, that get added. And then if we come in here and we want a chart design, I think select data. So we want to add a series for our thing here. So I'm going to select the series name. The series name is that there. Okay. And put that in there. And then the X values are here. Okay, and the Y values are here. Okay, there's our graph. Okay, now that's not quite how I would like it. So I want to get it into a different form. So I'm going to go into my format, and then I'm just going to go okay. All right, so that's sort of like the default graph. We've got y equals up the top there, quite like that. So let's go to design, and I sort of want one that's a bit like that. Okay, now I just want my graph to be from -10 to +10 on both axes. So we can go up here to chart design, and then we can go to chart elements and axes titles. Let's go data labels, grid lines, primary major, primary minor vertical, primary minor horizontal, primary made. I just don't quite know what the difference is there, to be all right. And okay, so now data labels. Yeah, no, I don't want data labels as such. Grid lines, legend, axes titles, more axes title options. And that brings us out there, and that's there. Alignment. Now, text options. So there's a lot of things here. The axes titles. I want these to be a little bit different, and I'm just working through this. There's a number of ways of accessing. So let's no, I don't want a legend. I've got that up, the title, the trend line. Okay, grid lines, error bars, data table, data labels, chart title, axes. That's what I was looking for there, and more axes options. Okay, and there. No. Okay, so what I can do, and this is another way of doing it, I want this as my x-axis. I can write, I can select the axes. That's what I want, and right-click to format the axes, and that's what I want there. So I want the minimum to be -10, and I want the maximum to be 10. Okay, I want the units to be 1 and those to be 1 as well. Vertical axis crosses, display units, logarithmic scale, no, tick marks, labels. No, I'm quite happy with that, like that, just at this stage, and yeah, just going to leave that at that. And now I'm going to click on the y-axis here, and I'm going to format that as well. And I want the minimum there to be 10. And the maximum to be 10 there. Okay, like so. And yeah, oh, that's one there. So I'll make this here 2 or something like that, which oh no, that should be 2. Oh yeah, oh, what happened there? Oh, I see. Control Z. I wiped out my formula there by overwriting it and putting something in the wrong column. So that's yeah, what I've got there. So negative 10 to 10. On this axis here, I want it to be format the axes. I want the increments to be 1. So yep, 1 and 1 like that. Okay, so yeah, that's more like what I want. That's good. I've got my graph labeled up there. Now these axes titles, I just want this to be the y-axis here. So I'm just going to call that y-axis there and pop it there. And then I can move that anywhere I want. So I'm going to, I'm just going to put it sort of up there. I'm trying to get it lined up with the 10, like that there. Yep, and the x-axis here, I want to, I'm going to move the x-axis there. I want to rotate it, but except text options. No. I want to move it over to here. Start, and then I want to. What do we got there? I want to rotate horizontal. Yep, there we go. And I want to pull it down there. So it's a matter of working with these to get exactly what you want. Like so. Yep, and I'm quite liking that with the title up the top. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted there. As you can see, it's got the little points. Yeah, this x-axis here, where do I want these labels? I'll just right click in there. You can access it through that other one there, format the axis. And I'm just looking at the labels, and next to the axis, okay, I wanted to try and get those ones below. Oh, they are below anyway. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Right, so there it is. There's our graph, and now we can just hopefully, let's see, let's give it a try. 2x plus 2 will give us that one. We put a 0 in there. Y equals 2x, and yeah, that plots our graphs for us. They're like that. I mean, obviously this could be tidied up a little bit. Possibly I could just put here output caps lock, just to tidy that up. That'll be there, and let's underline that there. Right, and yep, let's get rid of that. We don't want that. And then we could go to view and turn off the grid lines and the headings, formula bar, sort of like that, gradient or slope, and these here we could, so I'll just go back to that view and put the headings in the formula bar back on, and go home, and I'll put a little bit of color in there, maybe that one there for the, oh no, that's the text color. We just want the text to be automatic. It's the color here of the box there, just an input box. and we'll format cells, border, boom, boom. Okay, so there's our input there. Y equals, so that's the input boxes. That's something I've done. So yeah, and then we can just try this out. 3x plus, minus 1. So yeah, at some point, if we could work out some sort of coding to get these exactly right, that would be good. So it calculates the coordinates here, x and y, and the values. I might just put those into a little table. Formats, format cells, like that. Okay, yep, so that's your x and y, like so. A bit easier to line up. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, what might be nice to make those columns a little narrower, but no, I think we'll leave it like that. It's all good. Yeah. So there you go. One linear graphing thing there to enter, like so. -9. Okay. Okay. So that's a bit of a thing there. So obviously, this could be perfected with a bit of data validation that would only allow certain values to be put in there, and that sort of thing. These are all things that can be tidied up later on, but there we go. And then if we make that one, we can lock out all these other ones so that you can only input stuff in there. That's another option that we have. And yeah, just one in there. Y equals x, make that 0. So there we go. It's all good. It's going. We get this idea. So yeah, not only do we learn a little bit about Excel, but a little bit about straight line linear graphs. So yeah, bloody marvelous.